Hello everyone, welcome to the video. This is my take on what role you should choose. If any of you newcomers to Overwatch 2 have played a little bit, dabbled in a few of the different characters and going like, okay, what do I want to main? Because in all honesty, I've never actually seen a flexer, like I've never seen someone say like that they're really good with all roles. They'd much rather just be a single role so they can master it. And I found myself looking at this over the, since Overwatch 2 came out. I've been like, okay, I always thought I was a damage role or a damage person, and I still feel that way, but after the videos that I have been doing, I don't know. I don't know anymore because my positioning is awful. I just get too aggressive. Yeah, I can hit a lot of my shots, but positioning is a lot in this game. And if I can't get past the positioning part of damage, then I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to get to a point where I felt comfortable. So I've looked at, I've done my placements in tanking, damage, as well as support. I placed in silver on tank. I placed in bronze, but I am now silver in damage. I placed in bronze in support. Now my highest peak was diamond. Way back in the day as damage. I never played tank. I dabbled with Lucio a lot in earlier because I thought he was really cool. But I never really thought I was a good support. I just played him because I like going fast and the ults were pretty cool. But now I'm taking a look at myself. I'm like, okay, I want to main a role. And every time I'm in quick play, I usually go damage, but then I find myself not getting a lot of healing. Now, this isn't me saying, oh, this support sucks. It's I am standing right by my healer, and they are just not healing me. And I'm like, okay, I can be like that guy. I can be the support main role guy and be the best support. And I know, from my point of view, I know when we have good supports on our team because I feel unstoppable. I feel invulnerable. So if I main that role, I feel I will be way more valued than a good damage, because support can also do a lot of damage. Moira, Baptiste I've been rocking on. So it's like, okay, I can choose that role and be valued, but then I go support in quick play, and it's hard. I go support in quick play, and then I find myself doing more damage than the damagers, or like a tank that line of sights you so you can't heal them, and then they say, oh, where's my heals? And I'm just like, okay, now I see what support has been dealing with, but it's like, okay, well, that's not really my fault. And it irks me that I'm doing more damage than the damagers. And it's not because I'm only damaging. I'm healing as well. It's just the damage dealers are just out of position. They keep dying. They're frontlining for some reason. They're not getting in but good spots. So it's like, okay, if I pick up damage, let me be a damage dealer. Let me main damage. And then I run into the same issues that I was talking about. Again, my positioning is terrible, and it's hard to work with. I do a lot of damage, but then I just like, where's my healing? Come on, every time I go up against a damage dealer that has a pocket mercy, I'm like, where the hell are you finding these pocket mercies that are just following them no matter what? It's like, is this mercy ever gonna heal someone else? And it gets tiring. But that that's where I go, okay, well, if I'm a tank, the support's not going to ignore healing the tank, right? And the tanks do a lot of damage. So maybe I should be a tank. But then again, I find myself working way better with positioning, by the way. Like, I'm way better at positioning as a tank than I am a damage dealer, because I know I'm supposed to be in the front line, or like I know where I'm supposed to be at certain times. As a damage dealer, I guess I just tunnel vision and I'm like, do damage, I don't care, and then I just fall over, you know. But as a tank, it's like, okay, well, I can afford to make a little bit more mistakes because I have that health pool. And, you know, as a damage dealer, you try to flank and then people see you and just hunt you down. Same with the support. You get run down hard. But as a tank, so it's like, okay, awesome, I'll be a tank. Then I pick up tank, working quick play, and I find myself doing double the damage of my damage dealers, and then that's usually the case. Every once in a while I'll find that, okay, it's not my positioning, I'm just not getting healed, and it's because I have a Moira that's sending out damage orbs, or you know, a support that's doing more damage than healing. And yes, they are not healers, they are support. But as a tank, me not being out of position, I shouldn't have to travel a mile for a health pack when you're standing right there, you know? So it's a thin line. It's so hard to choose, and this is just from my perspective. It's hard to choose because I've always been a damage dealer, but now I'm straying towards like, okay, what should I do? I want to main a role because I'd rather be a I would rather not be a jack of all trades and master of none. I'd rather master something. It's just who I am. So there are different pros and cons to each role. Now, pros and cons of a tank. Pro, you do a lot of damage whilst being very, very tanky. Con, you get shot at a lot, and if you get out of position, it's a lot easier for them to capitalize on a tank's bad positioning than, let's say, a support. Because you know, a support dying, yeah, the tank can still own 3 or 4 people if he's not being paid attention to. Pros and cons of damage. Pros, you have the highest damage output if, you know, let's say your accuracy is on point, you're efficient with your abilities, and you hit your targets. So the highest damage output. But cons, squishy. No, not a lot of survivability. Some damage dealers have more mobility than others, but their trade-off is lower damage. Now, I say that, but Genji's probably doing the most damage right now, and Tracer does a lot of damage if she hits her shot. So there's not really a trade-off. But if your positioning is bad and your movement is bad, it's a lot harder as a damage dealer. Because really what makes a Tracer really, really good is their movement. If they're not getting hit, they're insane. But if you're just walking in a straight line, you will think Tracer sucks. That's not the case. So, pros and cons of a support. They have high survivability because of the fact that they self-heal, and the passive they have, if they're out of combat, they start healing. So their damage output, along with the fact that they can survive a lot, is really like what I look at as a support. It's like, oh, okay, well I can do a lot of damage and people don't expect it, but I can also save the team. But you're usually the first person to get shot at whenever anything happens. So these are the things I want viewers to think of, and when they're choosing a role. I honestly don't know what to choose. It would probably be between tank or support. I more than likely support. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. I just wanted to give you my point of view on choosing a role in Overwatch 2. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out immensely, and take care.